So it's like the biggest challenge ever, how to convince people that you can be a whistleblower, you can have your life destroyed, you can be promised help by Internal Affairs, the Attorney General, the DA's office, victim compensation, never get it. You can call the FBI, which you were told to do, and not get a phone call back. And you can be given a whistleblower case number out of Washington, D.C., and that was allegedly passed by our wonderful, sarcasm, President Obama, who before it went into the next election, he passed some kind of whistleblower protection act. I called the number advised by many, and they gave me an official case number that I provided, I believe, to, I don't know, many offices, whatever. They have me going all over town for nothing. But so here's what I was told when I called the victim, the Whistleblower Act, whatever, Protection Act hotline, whatever. They said, if everything you say is true, this is highly, basically illegal. You're supposed to have protection. You're supposed to have, protection rights. That's what the whistleblower protection, plan is, whatever. So I went ahead and repeated what they said and met with Internal Affairs. I can't tell you how many times now. I did sworn affidavits with the Attorney General's office, including the DA's office. It's been nothing but a nightmare. The more that I proved that I was a victim of crimes for disclosing information, the more I was victimized. And I was like, how can this be? Like, how can the police be involved with covering up the theft of my $42,000 once custom-built Mini Cooper? How can they get away with covering up numerous things? Assaults, robberies, like no other. I can't even tell you. There's no way I could add it all up, but I have told Internal Affairs and a detective that Johnny and I met that the retaliations have been off the chain, and just theft alone, counting my grandma's inheritance that she left. She left me things before she even passed away because we were very close, but counting everything, way over $500,000. And nobody's in jail, my friends, nobody. But remember, I was promised protection. Even with Internal Affairs, Sergeant Cephas, I was told that I would have, if needed, even if needed, a name change, the whole shebang. Everything you see in movies, it's real. It's real. I wouldn't have believed it until I lived it. The more that I provided information to, governmental agencies, the more I became targeted. Yes, sounds far-fetched, but not. It is real. I was a woman who never had ever, to my knowledge, even had to call the police. I don't even, maybe once in my life. Don't hold me to it. But I was a woman that all of a sudden in my 40s, I'm having to call the police like every, I don't know. I don't know. I would say probably 50 times. And then what they do is they mark you crazy. She's cuckoo, she's calling us. But the truth is they never, ever gave me the detective or the protection I was promised. So the more retaliations happened, the more crimes, the more robberies. They were just like, oh, yeah, sure, ma'am. So now I'm suing in federal court over it. Oh, shoot. Somebody keeps calling me. I'm sorry, y'all. I wonder who that is. That's weird. I keep getting this. Anyway, that's just a whole other crime being committed right now, and I can't even do anything about it. Oh my God. Okay, so what did I wake up to today? A man that was charged with they made a police report against him for terroristic threats. Threatened to cut my eyeballs out, my green eyes, and gang rape me and watch my daughter, kidnap my daughter, make her watch. Oh yeah, no kidding. Shown to the police. He disappeared for a couple of years and now he's back. He's probably watching this video. He has called me multiple times today on Facebook Messenger. He changes his names, but he'll put the same picture. He's terrorized me going on, I think, more than 3 years. And again, the police won't do anything. He's threatened to kill me. He's threatened to rape me. He's threatened to torture me. He's threatened to kidnap my daughter. And he claims it's out of love. He's Middle Eastern. And he claims that he truly loves me, but that'll kill me if I don't marry him. Now, you could say, oh, Amy, it's just, some crazed man. But no, when you give details of how you're going to die that the police saw. Now, let me remind you. When one of my million crimes that have been committed, when the police saw the messages, by the way, many times it's not hearsay. I literally showed them messages, and even when numbers were attached, I never got an investigation. Hello, they're like showing their number. But the irony is the people that have committed crimes against me have laughed in my face and said, we have immunity, we have protection, or the police won't listen to you because they think you're crazy, ha ha ha. Can you imagine living in a world where anyone can do anything they want to you and the police won't do anything because you called them too much, but it's all premeditated, it's all part of the scam. They wanted me to call the police so much to make me look crazy. Did it work? Yes. What they didn't realize is I had secretly videoed a lot. I filed in federal court all this retaliation. I filed it with federal Texas court. David Hittner. I have been trying not to give his name, out of respect for, an honorable judge. But I'm just kind of at the point where it's like, well, God forbid if I do get murdered and my case hasn't gone to trial yet, it's best that people know the truth. Because the judge has been completely notified of all harassment, all the hacking, all the death threats. This judge is well aware. Ask yourself, what kind of world do you live in where no matter what you go through, you can't get any justice, you can't get police, you can't get the FBI. They tell me to come in person, but people are telling me, my God, I wouldn't even trust the FBI. I don't really know who to turn to. Tried Texas Rangers. At first they were really like, oh, wow, we'll call you back. What I find out is once you're targeted, you're blacklisted, you're red flagged, and there's really no hope. So now I got a boyfriend who, is such he's so traumatized at this point that he says stupid things like, I'll get y'all, like trying to be tough. And I'm going, that's not, they're trying to make you crazy. Like, he's like, if you hurt her, I'll, come after you. And I'm going, yeah, that's not my style. My style is let's get them, the lawful way. But then the lawful way has, basically, how can you put it? They failed me greatly. So now I got a boyfriend who's acting crazy and always so scared for me to go anywhere. He walks me everywhere. He quit his job for me. He's so scared for my life that he can't even function right now. And I'm going, really? Like, this is Texas for you. You think it's not real? It's real. Many, and I will even play the gender thing. There are a lot of women here that have been beaten, harassed, all kinds of stuff that I'm finding out more and more was hushed, covered up, hush under the table. And there is something about this good old boy state. And I'm telling you, I've seen a big difference on the way that these men have been treated, where they're like, the victims. Oh, okay, you're terrorizing this woman, but poor you. What did she do? Oh, she said something on radio or what? I mean, what a joke. I live in a place where the men that are conducting crimes against me are being pampered, and I'm being treated almost worse than a serial killer. Ask yourself what this is about. You think it's a coincidence that I never had any trouble with the police, never been to jail, never had a really pretty squeaky clean record, to every day since I narked on some dirty cops, every single day my life has been hell in Texas? It's so obvious. It is so 101 obvious. They are retaliating. They're letting people commit numerous crimes. They're even deleting reports that I make, but they don't realize I'm secretly recording. How about that? We go back to get a copy because they always say, we can't give you a copy now, come back later. When I go back, I can't tell you how many times they're like, that doesn't exist. Yeah, Internal Affairs says that's entirely impossible. They say the police department is not even capable of deleting records or not taking a report down. Okay, I have witnesses even that were sitting with me. What are you talking about? I have it videotaped where you see me filling out a criminal report. Where is it? They send me a letter, they can't find it. I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something. This was a theft report of over $300,000 that was made, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. And then I had to remake it again against another person who stole from me. Both are a lot of money, a lot of valuables, and both of them don't exist. I've made one report on someone 3 times, and the other one, I believe, no, 1, 2, and 1, 3, I believe. And Johnny has sat with me twice, and it still doesn't exist. What is going on? I mean, like, they have cameras in these places. If a real person that had half a brain could do his job, they would see me going in the police department and making these reports. Plus, I told you I taped it. So, it's disgusting. I live in a world where anyone and everyone can do anything they want to me, destroy my relationship with Johnny because he can't mentally handle this. I only handle it because I can't run for me. I have to take the beatings. I have to take the harassment, the death threats. Right now, today, getting death threats, and you think if I call the police, they'll do anything? Even if I can show it to them? The answer is no. The usual, ma'am, you'll get a detective soon. I think I've been told this probably at least 20 times, and I've never gotten a detective once. One time we demanded one, Johnny and I, and she talked to us like, I don't know, an hour, said she would really get to the bottom of it, and never did. Victim assistants that promised me a lot of stuff, they're like, we don't know what's going on. Fill out all your paperwork again. What a joke. This is after they said $50,000 in victim compensation, relocation plan, blah, 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 blah. The whole scam is to make me look crazy because no one will believe that a woman could be this targeted for giving little secrets on our dirty, corrupted governmental agencies. And that's the truth. I look at myself, I see what a difference I look like in just a matter of a year, or really since I put that officer in jail and went in the grand jury, that case, and then another officer, I represented myself and won that case. And I'll tell you what, they were both connected and they covered up the second thing, but the first one did go to jail. The second one just walked away with nothing. So I'm going, really? You were supposed to protect me, but you let me get illegally arrested twice. I won both cases. No, oh, Amy, that's just a coincidence. Arrested in the same location on pretty much the same street, around the same time of night. No, that's just a coincidence. Yeah, lots of people get arrested on false charges 2 times in a row by police officers and win both cases. What a joke. If anyone thinks I'm making this up, then you really need to investigate the facts. So I got 2, monsters that are terrorizing me daily, almost. One daily and one just, whatever. They're both elderly journalists that cannot leave me alone, cannot stop falsifying my hell, making up stories, trying to discredit me. One journalist is trying to protect the men that got charged with aggravated assault recently for what they did to Johnny and I while we were sleeping. Held weapons at both of us, or me, a knife, and him a metal pole, and then me with a metal pole, and just horrific. Had to run down the street not dressed, half asleep, just got out of the hospital, both of us. And now I hear from this journalist that they hired a detective to try to get dirt on me, and they're there to protect those men. Those men that knocked open our door, that broke open to our bedroom door and had weapons at us and stole evidence, or 2 phones. And I'm not going to get into all of it. There were witnesses, and the sheriff didn't knock on people's doors. They didn't ask them any questions. They didn't look for the weapons in people's yards where I saw them tossed. They let me in the, not dressed, look for the weapons myself. Hello, this is Texas. Have you ever heard of such a thing? And I'm on body camera, I am, saying, okay, where's my phone? My phone has a lot of evidence on it. Where's my phone? So now my phone, how many times has my phone been stolen with evidence? Oh no, there's no relationship. So Johnny's phone's taken, my phone's taken, my T-Mobile phone, not my cheap AT&T phone, of course. And it's the phone that had, years of private videos, or not years, excuse me. No, about 7-8 months of video footage and proof of police misconduct and everything. And my question is, would you think if you're suing Houston's police department, do you think they're really going to go out of the way to help me? No, they let me look for the weapons that I couldn't find in the rain with, you know, a real thin Mickey Mouse t-shirt, no shoes, just been forced out of bed with weapons. And I secretly videoed the sheriffs in front of the yard doing nothing, not helping me look for the weapons, not letting me get dressed, not finding my phone for me. And guess what? It's on the phone that's missing. What's that about? How is the phone that I videotaped now missing, which is Johnny's phone? But my T-Mobile phone was the one that really had the real juicy stuff. And that one, oh my God, that one's gone. So I had my other little prepaid AT&T phone, which I've been using since. And now these people are spreading rumors that I did something horrific to Johnny because he hasn't been on social media. And I'm going, hello, his phone was taken. We're sharing one phone. We got robbed of everything again, had to move again. This is what, our 4th or 5th move over death threats, harassment. Can you imagine living like this? Who even lives like this? And still, no detective, my friends. Death threats, by the way. Phone calls, by the way, of someone who threatened to kill me and rape me, and I don't even feel comfortable calling the police. Welcome to my world. Oh, that's the girl that calls us all the time. Don't pay attention. But it's here. I have it like on my phone. Oh, yeah, okay, let us look. You know how many times they've looked at my death threats, y'all? Probably at least 20 times. And, oh, we're making notation of this. And then when I go to get the report, it's not on the report, or the report doesn't even exist. How about that? Oh, God, I'm trying to hold it together for these holidays and this holiday, whatever, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And I'm going, meanwhile, Johnny and I are like so worlds apart right now because he's so overwhelmed that he's become overly protective of me, which is like, you know, wearing me out because I'm not used to men walking me to the restroom, walking me to wherever I go. And, you know, this is a weird world, and God bless him. You know, he means well, but I am Aquarius. I'm a very independent, believe it or not, woman. I've always kind of beat to my own drum, and I just feel smothered. Not because it's any fault of his own, but they make you so terrorized, and he is so fearful of someone killing me or whatever that he really doesn't ever want to leave me alone anymore. And I'm like, honey, like, luckily we work together on a project, but I'm like, you got to be able to leave me alone. Well, I can't leave you alone until we get out of Texas. And okay, we don't have the money to leave Texas because we've had to move over and over and over. You had to quit your job to protect me. Okay. No, oh, here he comes. Yeah, let's see what he says. I'm not. Oh, gosh. I'm doing a video, Johnny.
Only give us 9 months.
Okay, well, I'm doing a video. So I'm telling them about the hell of. By the way, I had more death threats today, more stuff today, so, all right, okay, well, anyway, y'all, huh?
All I gotta say is step up to the plate, see how tough you are. That's it.
Did y'all see him? Oh, that's him in the trench coat. See, that's Johnny for you. I mean, I can't believe that. He didn't even say anything. I told y'all, I mean, he's more stressed out than me. Oh, my God. Is that all you have to say, is step up to the plate?
Yep.
All right.
See how tough you are.
See how tough you are.
Yep.
I wish you would handle it a little bit more in a way like, this is what I've witnessed. This is what Amy Sharon's going through. Johnny is a very different personality than me. He's very quiet. He hates cameras. He hates social media. He rarely goes on Facebook unless he's just posting pretty pictures of things. I mean, he's just not a... So it's not easy for me because I'm like, well, Johnny, can you just like tell the world the truth? Tell the world what you've witnessed. Tell the hell we've gone through. And he's like, yeah, I'm not good in front of the camera. So you saw him in the trench coat. That was Johnny. Of course, anyone could say that was anyone. So these people are saying that I'm a black widow and that I did something to Johnny and possibly these evil journalists or journalist Robert. He's implying I'm a black widow and I did something to my missing ex-fiance and now Johnny. And I asked him, just show your face, but he's so tired of this. He's like, why do I have to get in this crazy world? He doesn't want to be a part of this. And I don't either, but I can't get away from it because it's me getting the death threats and the harassment. But can you please just say it's real? Can you just say what you know?
everything that's happening to this woman is absolutely the truth. And that mafia guy that says he claims he's the Russian mob, this is to me, to you, idiot.
I haven't
You know who I am? If you knew who I was, you'd be running to hide, buddy.
Oh God, it's so stupid. Sorry, y'all. That's why I told you I can't even put him on film anymore because he's so fed up. He can't explain his emotions right. I apologize. I tried. Yeah, this guy's claiming he's with the Russian mafia, and I got the text messages. I mean, the messages to prove it. And Johnny's pretty fed up. That's what we're dealing with today. But I'm not going to call the police. Hope to God he's not with the Russian mafia. What would the Russian mafia want with me? But I'll tell you what, nothing would surprise me these days. All right, I'm pretty fed up myself, so we're going to go. But if anything happens, definitely these two journalists should be investigated. God forbid if I end up missing or dead, because I've had many people message me saying they saw these hate things they posted and slander and falsifying my looks and all this horrible stuff and completely changing my story and facts. And I'll tell you what, people have literally messaged me saying we're fearful that they will hire someone to either murder you or do something bad. Right now they're mentally abusing me, and more than that, I've had threats to people that they were, ganging up. One of them was ganging up with these people that call themselves trolls. They literally said they were out to destroy my life. One said she was wearing a wig and following me and proved it by taking a picture of us at a library, a public library, 6 hours from our location. It's pretty creepy stuff. So are we in fear of our life? Johnny says not to worry, but obviously he is, because he doesn't let me out of sight. You saw him. He was gone only a few minutes. There he is. He's back. He's back. All right. Thank you for your support. The battery's about to die, but I really appreciate y'all's concerns. And trust me, you have every right to be concerned. If anything happens, have the name Wilbur Witt Jr. and Robert Beatty investigated. And this guy, Middle Eastern guy, what's his name? Oh, God, I can't think of it now. I'll screenshot his threats on Facebook today. And the other suspect should be the two men that got charged with aggravated assault that these journalists are seemingly trying to set free and insinuate that they're the victims and that I've made everything up and that Johnny made it up. Why would we run? He had no shirt, no shoes. I had no shoes, Mickey Mouse shirt. Like, we're practically, we're dressed for bed. Why would anyone run and fear their lives and make that up, shaking? And I was hysterical. I was so upset. No one, I mean, really? Like, that's so stupid they're saying we made this up. I'm not going to back down. And justice will prevail. Whether I get it in court, we're going to jury trial for the aggravated assault, we're told, in like a week or something. And then the other trial was supposed to be in December, but I did an amendment complaint after I did not agree with a decision made. Haven't heard back on that complaint I made, 33-page amendment. Rule 59, I believe, is what you call it, whatever. That's what it was supposed to be. I don't believe, a judge should be able to say without prejudice a dismissed case when you're being threatened over going forward and can prove it. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. That's obstruction of justice. That's grounds for a new trial. End of story. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.